The Zod 500 presents Canadian Elections of History. The 22nd election in Canadian history happened on the 10th of June 1957, where there were four major party candidates. Louis Saint Laurent of the Liberal Party, who's been leader since the 7th of August 1948 when William Langdon King resigned. John Diefenbaker, the leader of the Progressive Conservative Party since December 14th, 1956. Major James Caldwell, the leader of the Cooperative Commonwealth Party since the 22nd of March 1942, so a long time ago. And then Solon Earl Lowe, the leader of the Social Credit Party since the 6th of April 1944. Despite Louis Saint Laurent having a pretty decent time in office, his around the world trip in 1954 really started to tire him out, and actually he was thinking about retiring from politics privately. Evidently, after this election, he would retire in January. I'm going to forget that I said that, okay? But yeah, Louis Saint Laurent's popularity was taking a dip, and Diefenbaker's was actually rising. Let's move on to the stuff that's actually good about the election. Like, oh, I don't know, the actual results. Well, first off, there were 265 seats in the House of Commons, meaning that 133 were needed for one to have a majority. There was 74.1% turnout of the 100% of the population, obviously. And the winner of this election would have 112 seats won, which does not give you a majority, but the other candidates didn't have that many, so they, of course, they became the next prime minister, but they didn't have the majority of Congress and the Senate and stuff like that. They did only have 2,572,926 votes, which wasn't even the number one amount of votes, and 38.5% of the percentage of votes also is not number one. But despite this, John Diefenbaker was still elected as prime minister. And despite Louis Saint Laurent having more votes and more of the percent, he only had 7 less seats, and those 7 seats knocked him out of office. It was going to be a very close election, and everybody knew that, and it did turn out that way. But man, I do kind of feel bad for Louis Saint Laurent, but I guess he was a little bit happy privately that he retired in January. But yeah, Diefenbaker became prime minister, and that's how the story goes. And I'll see you guys for the election of 1958.